It's like a ripe crop waiting for your tender hands to plug and taste like Eve tasted of an apple out of bus. It is the woman you made me who gave me an apple to use for computing.
The gentle touch and gentle rub makes you roll to teardrop. Soon, black spaces will be filled and to respond with, yes, I do. I'm not the solemn. Yes, I will. The waiting carriage of time opens it down to the future. Here I come.
The rogues cannot steal our road to success. They can only steal our road to disunity.
All mind and destiny, courage the mark of our destination, and nothing can alter the voice written in our names. The late farmer and the poor cripple now love the anthem of the struggle. Together we get there and find defeat so rare. If we stick together, the rebels will not steal our victory. We are the bird, the sparkling, the broken, the talking, that defies tendencies. We are the one that starts aloud.
Wow. You'll be wondering what you've just seen. I'm not going to be the one telling the story. Ihoma Harrison is the founder of Gifted Steppers Art Foundation, and she's here with us. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
And I can see that you came with some of the steppers.
Yes, sir.
You want to introduce them?
Yes, sir. This is Good News Inubong David, and she's Yagana Bulama.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Tell us your story. How did this all start?
First of all, let me introduce myself again. I'm Ihoma Harrison. I'm fondly called Oma. I'm an artist of the National Troupe of Nigeria National Theatre. Before I joined the National Troupe, remember when I was 10 years old, my dad died. After he died, things became difficult for my mom, who happens to be doing nothing. After some time, a caretaker came and he threw our things outside. I and my siblings, 8 of us, we had no place to sleep. I could remember my mother was sleeping in the church with one of my senior brother, and I and my younger ones, my mother took us to one of my auntie's place. Then my other older ones were sleeping at different points. Wherever they find themselves, they'll pass the night. Life was difficult until our church members, our families had to donate money to rent another apartment for us. It's not about paying for a year rent, it's about the continuation, to continue paying the rent. My mother wasn't doing anything, started becoming sick due to thinking her first daughter died also, thinking her husband died, her first daughter died also, and she wasn't doing anything. She has 8 children to cater for. To feed was a problem for us. If we have any day we have 2 square meals, it's Christmas. Like, until I started dancing in the church, St. Anne's Catholic Church. From there, somebody came and said, Oma, you can dance. You can dance. Why not join a professional dance group? He took us somewhere at Lawansin Surilere Theatre Flame Production. We started dancing there. From there, I heard of the National Troupe audition, National Theatre. The National Troupe had never done an audition for freelance artists or for private dance artists. God did that because of me. He knew he wants me to be in the National Troupe. Then he made the government, okay, let's have audition for freelancer. That's how I went. Out of were more than 300 artists that went for the audition. They selected 40-something. I was among the 40-something they selected. That was how God used the art to start helping me. I started sending myself to school, help my family, and to the glory of God, I'm a graduate, Lagos State University.
Interesting.
So I felt, since God used this art to help me, since God used this art to send me to school, to give me a life, to give me a name, I believe he can also use this art to help every other street children, every other children that aren't going to school, every other children that are displaced, that have no hope. That's how I started going to the streets to reach out to kids. I see kids sleeping outside on the streets without a roof over their head. I see streets just roaming about. I go to them, how are you doing? They say, you're fine. Can you take me to your mother, to your father? Some of them will say, I don't have a father, I have only a mother. Some of them will say, I have only a father, I don't have a mother. Can you take me to them? They took me to their mother. I'll see their mother with their younger ones sleeping outside. I felt, well, okay, ma, I can help you and your children. Let me take them off the streets. I was once like this. I knew how it is. I knew how it is done. And I was like, God bless you, ma. In fact, I've been thinking of committing suicide. I've been thinking of killing myself. I've been thinking, God bless you, ma. Thank you so much. And that's how I got the student. He started staying with me in my hostel, at the National Troop Hostel.
So talk to us about this video that you can see. What's happening here?
Yeah, this is last year, December.
Okay.
Christmas time. I took the children, went on a tour, went to the National Theatre, went to some places. So I took them to where I took them from before. That's in 2017, January 2017, at Waisan. This is where they're sleeping outside. This is Waisan. They were once sleeping outside.
Where is this?
Waisan at Ijora community. Ijora exists under that bridge.
People slept.
Till now, their parents are still there till now. Till now, till today, their parents are still there. Till today.
The parents of these children?
Yes, yes, sir. They're still there till today.
So you took these ones off of the streets?
Off the streets, yes, sir.
At what age? What age? I know they say that women don't tell their age, but you're going to tell today. At what age did you decide that you wanted to become a humanitarian? Because that's what you are.
Yes, sir.
At what age did you decide that you want to begin to take children off of the streets because you were there?
26 years old. That's when
26?
Yes, sir.
Were you a graduate at the time already?
No, sir. I was a graduate. I was earning 27,000 naira as a salary then.
From where?
The National Troop, where I work.
So from your own 27,000 naira,
yes, sir.
You were schooling?
Yes, sir.
You were feeding yourself?
Yes, sir.
Housing yourself?
Yes, sir.
And also taking other people in?
Yes, sir.
With 27,000 naira?
Yes, sir.
Were you also doing Yahoo Yahoo on the side?
No, sir. I know how to make liquid soap. I know how to make disinfectants. I know how to make toilet wash. So I make them, I take them on my head to sell. I sell to our staffs also at the National Troop. They buy from me. I also make costumes. I also teach schools dance just for these children to feed. Before I registered them in school, I was their teacher. I was one teaching them how to, because they could not read A, B, C before. They could not spell. They don't even know how to combine I and T together to make it eat, or to combine N and O together to make it, no, they don't. I was one teaching them how to until I registered them in school.
What school was this?
New Star Nursery and Primary School.
Is it a public school?
It's a private school.
Private school?
Yes, sir.
With 27,000 naira monthly?
Yes, sir.
We'll come to you. Good news, right?
Yes, sir.
And sorry, your name again?
Yagana Abulama.
Abulama. Tell me, how has it been? When did you, start living with Oma?
The time I started living with her was when I was once staying at the environment, the place that there is no hope, where there is no life. I was once staying there with my...
Which area was it?
White Sand.
White side?
White Sand.
White Sand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was once staying with my father. My mother abandoned I and my brother with my dad. Then she left us and go. Then I and my brother we were once staying with my dad there. So my dad took us to stadium inside that White Sand, and I left us there. So he will be going to work. Before he will come back, it will take like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So when he leave us there, when there is no food for I and my brother to eat, we'll now be walking around, picking iron to sell just to feed ourselves, moving from shops to shop, help them wash their plates so they will give us food to eat. So one beautiful Sunday, I and my brother, we went to church. So when we came back from that church, we were waiting for our dad to come and give us money for food. So when we wait, we did not sing. We're now walking from each bus stop to bus stop because he do park his bus there. We don't have a house. We do sleep outside. So we're walking from each bus stop to bus stop if we are going to see his bus. So when we now finally see his
What
bus...
did your dad do?
He's a driver.
Okay.
So when we now finally see his boss, we now say that, why are we perambulating? We say that the money gave us for feeding us finished. So he now give us money for food. And I said we should join him and sleep inside the bus. He do sleep because we don't have house to sleep. We do sleep inside the bus with him. So that is where we do sleep. Before, the owner of the bus was now complaining that he don't like how I and my brother is sleeping there, that he should look for another place and take us, so we can't be sleeping. So he now take us to that same stadium. So he will not give us money for food. He will now go out for work. So I and my brother...
For 3 weeks?
Yes. So I and my brother will not sleep outside there. The owner of that place will now come early in the morning, now carry cane, now be flogging us. He said he will not be chasing us every day. We should not come here to sleep again. And we don't have any place. So we will not come back again. We're not going to sleep in the other up where people do sit down and watch them playing ball.
How did you meet Oma?
Okay, how I met her was one beautiful Sunday. I came back from church. One of my auntie told her about my brother. So she now decided to say, okay, fine, that she will help us. So that was how I met my auntie, Auntie Oma.
Okay. How did you meet her? Where were you before then?
I was once living in Wineside too. I was sleeping outside under house where they do throw dirty away. So one wonderful Sunday too, I went to my church. I did not know that she would come. So she called me and told me that, what's my name? And I told her my name is Yagana Bulama. And she said that, where is my mom? And I said that my mom is at home. She said that, okay, that I should take her to my mom. And I said that, okay. And I take her to, as we are going, I take her to my mom. So she asked my mom that she wants to be taking care of me, that she wants to be sending me to school. Then I don't know what is A sound, A, B sound, B. I don't know anything. I do pick something on the floor. I do steal. I don't even know what is read. Education service is not in my dictionary.
How old were you then?
I was 9 years old, yes.
How old are you now?
10.
So just 1 year ago?
No, sir.
Okay.
I was 7.
Okay.
Yes, 7 years.
You were 7 then?
Yes, sir. So now I can read. Since when she have taken me away from that wine sign?
How many of you were living in that white sand?
Sir, we are much.
Goodness, like how can you put a number to it?
Much.
Let me see. 16 or 15.
Okay. When you went to that community, like what's the number you can speculate?
There are more than 1,000 there in Waisan.
Wow. Children?
Both children and adults.
In this same Lagos?
In this same Lagos, at Ijora axis, after the National Theatre.
So how do you take care of them now? You have a house, you live in a house.
Yes,
how do you take care of them? How do you pay the house rent and then all of that?
Yes, how I pay the house rent is I gather the money I earn from schools I teach. And before the COVID-19, we go for performances. The proceeds we made
Sorry,
from
you
there.
go for performances with the children?
Yes, sir.
What kind of... Okay, that's the performance we saw
sir.
earlier.
Yes, sir.
You teach them?
I teach them how to dance, how to act, how to play drum, and how to sing.
Okay.
We perform in churches, we perform in events. Also, we go for competitions, dance competitions. We were at National Drum Festival in Ogun State, the first and second segment. So, that was 3 years ago and 4 years ago, before the COVID-19 outbreak. You know, that COVID-19 had stopped so many things.
I'm sorry. I'm just finding it hard to wrap my head around how you, a young lady, unmarried, or does your boyfriend also help with the money sometimes?
No, he does not. I don't even have a boyfriend.
When you said he does not, I was wondering.
I don't even have a boyfriend.
So, what are some of the challenges you've had to live with?
So many challenges with feeding, and like last year, God took a particular burden off my head, which is education. A foundation, FB Peters Foundation, came and said, I'm going to be paying their school fees.
How many of them?
35 of them.
Living with you?
They are 40. One woman is paying the school fees of 2 of the children before, so I was paying the money 38. Then the school said, okay, I'm going to bring one of your child to my school, I'll be paying their school fees, you know. Then I was paying like 35 school fees until God brought that woman.
Wait, please, slow down. You, 30 years old now?
Yes, sir.
Taking care of 40 children.
Yes, sir.
On your own.
Yes, sir.
And then now so how do you feed them?
I would say God has been helping. God raised people to be assisting us. My mom, or my foster mom in the UK, you know, she has been doing well, talking to her friends also. Then we have Mrs. Abiola Shegun Williams. That woman is so wonderful. She ensures when it's her birthday, they celebrate her birthday, like every normal children outside them. And our wonderful chairman, also Mr. Chairman. We have some people also helping, but though, you know, as they're assisting, the inflation on foodstuffs and everything is really crazy. In fact, for now, feeding is not our problem. We don't think of feeding for now.
Why?
Even if we feed once or twice a day, we have a serious issue with accommodation.
Okay.
We were issued a quit notice last year.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Issued a quit notice. The owner of the house sold the house. Somebody bought, so we issued a quit notice, 6 months quit notice. We have just 2 months to quit the house. In 2 months' time, we are going to be homeless. That's why we don't think of food. If we see any food to eat, we eat. If we don't see, we just stay like that and pray to God.
So you are technically homeless now?
Yes, sir.
Has there been any overture to the Lagos State government about this? Because I know that they have, you know, concerns, interests in taking care.
We are praying to see our governor, like, we are praying and seeking for support from our government and from other individuals. In 2 months' time, we'll be homeless. I can't imagine seeing these kids going back to the streets where there's no hope for them. In fact, some of them, when I go out to look for a house and come back, they'll say, do you see any house? Do you find any house? Nobody wants to rent their house to us. When they hear our numbers, they'll say, my house, I built my house with expensive materials. They will spoil the house for me. They will do this. Nobody wants to rent their house to us.
Okay, it just so happens that we have very limited time. But in the event that there is someone who wants to reach out to you now and offer any form of assistance, how do they reach you?
Through our phone number.
Okay.
0806232.
Slow down. We are not computers. Okay.
0806 232
Okay.
7613.
That's your own number?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we're also on Instagram, Gifted Steppers.
Okay. Gifted Steppers,
yes,
one
sir.
word.
Just Gifted Steppers.
Okay. Give that number again, that phone number again.
0806 232 7613.
Okay. In the event that anyone, okay, that's the number right there on the screen for if you would like to offer any assistance to Gifted Steppers. And as she's also said, you can reach them. You can find out what they do on Instagram and be able to offer whatever assistance. Where did that name Gifted Steppers come from anyway?
It was given to me by God. Okay. Gifted Steppers. I feel these kids, our Nigerian kids, they are gifted. They are gifted. It's just that they've not seen anyone to be able to bring out their gifts.
Well, what will be your own appeal? Good news.
So my own appeal is for people outside to help us rent an apartment, and also our governors to also help us, because now in 2 months' time now we'll be homeless and we haven't still seen house to live. Even in our side we have house, but we have land, but we don't have money to do anything. So
you have a land already?
We have a land.
Oh, really?
Yes, we've already started the foundation, but we had to leave it because of no money.
On 27,000 naira. You have some explaining to do. Bulama, what will be your own appeal?
So my own appeal will be, I would like the government to support us in our art. Because we can make hair, sew, shoemaking, they should support us. And if they can join hand in buying grinders, anything, sand, cement, be appreciateful. You are homeless.
Well, I have heard about corporate social responsibility. And I also know there is such a thing as personal social responsibility. So there's CSR and there is PSR. Well, the number you have seen on the screen, I'm pretty sure is going to come on the screen again to be able to assist Gifted Steppers Art Foundation in this. That's what you have seen on the screen there to see what you can do to assist them to have a better life. They are coming from homelessness. In less than 2 months, they will be back to becoming homeless again. We don't want that to happen. Wherever you are in the world, leave no one behind. That's the United Nations mantra. Let it be yours as well. Thanks for coming, Ifeoma Harrison.
Thank you so much.
Good news and Bulama. Sunrise continues in a moment. Please stay with us.